Hi there friends, and welcome to my tutorial for the TMC Modular Weapons and TMC Gun Accessories mod. I'm Icon, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about these wonderful mods. First off, I'm going to talk about what they do, what the idea behind it is, and then I'm going to talk about what they provide and how to solve problems that come with them. So the TMC Modular Weapons mod is a quite simple thing. It gives you an array of assault rifles which are built out of pieces, basically. You get to use all the parts of a rifle. You get to use a scope, grip, and the magazine and all these things. And if you don't, the weapon's really bad. If you do, the weapon gets even better. This is implemented to give a stronger sense of realism to the game, because raiders will sometimes now attack you with weapons that are just not too well made, and I really like the idea. And also a certain somebody in the comment section asked me to do this, and I'm the first to say yes when somebody asks me to do a tutorial about some mod. So if you have trouble with some mod and don't know how to get it to work, feel free to drop me a comment down below. Always welcome to see you guys asking for something. Okay, so to make that work, you will need 3 mods to begin with. That's going to be the Tinker's Construct mod. I have dropped all the necessary things in the description below with links, so you won't be needing to search for them. Tinker's Construct is the foundation for the TMC mods, so you will not really be using it, but you will need it to use them. Then you go for the Modular Weapons mod and then the Gun Accessories mod. These 3 work together. I have here enabled another mod to check out if there were more modular weapons. This guy has made a whole armory mod pack. I haven't found the time to test out all the mods if they include more modular weapons, but after you've watched this video, you can make everything work the mod creator has created, because the system is quite easy to understand once you wrap your head around it. So let's get started, shall we? I've already prepared in this colony a little bit of a little bit of a test venue. So when you have enabled these mods, you will find in the technology area of the gas operation and the precision rifling a lot of new items. So you have on the gas operation tech 2 unlocks for the IAR rifles. These are everything with the IAR in front is one of the rifles we will use in this mod. And on top of that, tons of add-ons and items. You don't need to worry about those too much right now. So precision rifling is a little bit of a similar site. You have these items here. The IRF thingies come from the sniper rifle mod. They're not really worth mentioning here. So as we see, there's a ton of different parts and a lot of different rifles. New to the mod come the TMC Accessories table and the TMC Weapon table. Also, you have here these stove items, which you can safely ignore, because as far as I've seen it, they don't really interact with this mod. They're just in there because the mod is a prerequisite for that. I haven't found a way to disable that, sadly. So if that confused you, you can safely ignore that. You won't be needing that system. Okay, so when we want to create such modular weapons, we go over to the weapon table, and here you can create all the weapons you have researched so far. These are all complete raw weapons. They come without any add-ons. The add-ons you have to create at the accessories table. So at first, this all is quite overwhelming and a lot of content. I got to admit that. You will have to wrap your head around it. And to get started, you just need to craft a rifle that you want to use, and then it will look like the wonderful item poor Justin is holding in his hands right now. So the rifle now, as you see, has visibly no gear thingies. Compare that to Jennifer's rifle. She has a completely stocked item. You see here, you even notice it visually that there's something amiss. So I have prepared this to show it to you. So she's she got a complete rifle, he has an incomplete rifle, so that you can see how different this acts. So they all go for the same target in the same amount of time. Check this out. So the attack speed alone is completely different. And if we check out the, I think I can't really check out, yeah, okay. It's not really representative, but the complete rifle has a way higher hit chance than the other one. Look at this. Justin only has a 56% chance to hit Jennifer, and Jennifer has a 99% chance to hit Justin. They both have maxed out shooting, and it's really just the rifle. Just to give you an idea how important these thingies are. But how to use that? I mean, you're sitting in front of that and you're wondering like, what? I was too. We'll get this sorted out. So first you right click the bench with the character. You select the character who wants to upgrade his item, and then you right click the bench and go for assemble or change weapon part. So first, don't press this button. It's a false friend. You press here and well, we can't go for this one right here because he's wielding it. Is that a problem? Let's see. Wrong about the wielding part, I guess. Yeah, so it has to be on the floor. So you can then select the item here. I didn't know that myself until the very moment. And now we see the 6 parts the rifle is made of. Right now you cannot change anything. You will have nothing over here, nothing over here, nothing over here, nothing over here. So we don't have any items. You see here also the stats somewhat. And now we need to check out which items we need to glue them onto the rifle. This was the part that freaked me out the most, because for me it was pretty hard to understand how that works. But every one of these items you see here is made for a certain weapon. Here's a stock for these rifles, and yeah. If you are now wondering, how am I supposed to understand what's for what? You can select one of these things, and used by things gives you a readout which weapons will be able to use these parts. So some of these are used by none of these. I'm not sure if these parts are included in advance for other parts or if they aren't used by this mod whatsoever. I got to say, this is for me the most confusing part about this mod. But if you check out all these thingies, you're quickly going to be able to figure out which parts your rifle needs. So we got a M4A1, so let's check out what we're going to need. We're going to pick up a stock here. We can use that for the M4A1, so we can do that. So create that over at this table. The easiest way I have found to do this was to select the thing you want to do, CQB stock, and you're just going to search for these if you use the Dubs Mint Menus mod. I strongly suggest you to use something similar. I personally am a big fan of the Dubs Mint Menus, but without these things it's going to be really hard sometimes to find the stuff. I will also include the mods used for this little tutorial in the link in the description, of course, below. So we're going to make the stock now, and let's craft. Do this real quick. And now we got the stock, and we're now able to go for assemble. The M4A1 can now, where was it? Here. You can now go for the installation of a stock, and you even see how it looks like. I'm not quite sure about the actual quality differences of these parts, so let's get some grip going as well. You can also check out here what they're used for, And as you see here, the grips are being used by a lot of different things. I'm not sure if there's really too much of a difference or not. I haven't really checked them out thoroughly. I might assume that some of them are better than others, but sadly there's no real good readout for this mod whatsoever. You also have to check out what kind of bullets to use. I really must say this mod is ideal for people who really want to go deep into details of weapon crafting. I personally must say I'm not too much of a big fan of these individualizations, but I mean, really cool things are possible. We can even go for a grenade launcher on these items, and keep in mind that you always have to create the proper rifles on the bench first, and there's a lot of foreplanning necessary to do this. But let's give you an impression about how this looks like once you're done. Here's a completed rifle. Let's drop it to the floor so we can see it in the bench. Here we go. As you see here now, this one is listed there, and you can check out all the parts. So you have here a holographic sight item, a suppressor, reducing noise, increasing recoil control. So I haven't had the mind to check out how every part in detail works, but I don't think that this is really necessary for this tutorial. I think the most necessary part was to show you guys the ropes, how to use this mod in general. So since I'm personally also not too much of a gun nut myself, I can't really tell you now which parts are best for which weapon, and I think that's up to you if you're really interested in that, if you're interested into these mods. I feel like there wasn't much more to explain about it. The most difficult part for me was to understand, to see which part fits to which weapon and how to fit these parts together. After that, it's a information fest where you have to learn which part is better than the other, and I'll leave that to you, dear gun lovers. This mod is also Combat Extended compatible, I've heard, so have fun with it if that's your cup of tea. So I hope that was kind of helpful for you. Feel free to drop a comment down below. If there are any questions I've left out, please ask away. If you feel like you forgot something that's really important, also add it into the comments. I'm always happy if we get a real complete allocation of informations below here. So if that was helpful, leave a like or a subscription to my channel. I'd be deeply appreciating that. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if there are other mods which you're struggling to get them running or whatnot, I'm here for you. See you soon. Bye bye.